Okay, so this is help for Unit 6, and we're going to start off by just having a very quick look at the scenario to see what it is you have to do. This gives you some data that you're going to make use of, so it's quite good to familiarise yourself with it. China Friends, that's the name of the business, so that might be useful if you're putting in some headings. We've got stock code, range, description, some prices, current prices. We've then got another set of tables, this time with year 1, 2, 3 prices and sales. And you can see here that the price must be per item and the sales must be the number sold. That's important because we're going to do some calculations with them later on. So the first part really is that, it's telling us that the spreadsheet needs to do some calculations, and it then needs to give us a summary table, and then it needs to allow us to do all this sort of stuff, etc., etc. So that's all very useful. And the other thing that we need to look at when we're considering this is just have a quick look at the assessment sheet. Again, there's a link for you on the VLE there. So here are the sections. We need to design the spreadsheet. We need to make the spreadsheet, which is AO2. We then need to sort the data, do some modelling, analyse the data using some graphs, and record a few macros. So what we're going to do is obviously tackle the design first, because and everything we're going to do in the design is to try and get a distinction. And as we're doing the design, we will also start creating the spreadsheet, because actually if you do both things together, it will really help. So let's just start off by actually looking at the scenario again. And because we've got to organise this data in our spreadsheet, so let's just start off with just the very first table. And it says that this is their current collection, and we need to basically show that in our spreadsheet. So I've got that, and I've got an example of my blank spreadsheet, the one where I'm going to do my design on. So obviously for this I need to actually have something like maybe I need China Friends here, and obviously I'm hoping that your writing is a lot better than mine. And then I need some stock code here, and then etc. So I'll just show you what this is going to look like for the first table. So I've added a bit more detail, and what I found is that really to help you with the design, it's quite good to print out the scenario, which is on page 15 and 16 of the model assignment. So I've just used that to actually get my heading put in, and the different headings, and I've talked about the fact that I'm going to format these headings, and then I'm going to format the price as a currency column. And then the other thing I've done is sort of further down, because you need to leave space for 30 items, because that's what it says in the spec. I've sort of said that it's going to go all the way up to 34, and I might draw a box around that to show that it's going to go all the way up to 34. And then I've said what I'm going to call this sheet. You can call it stock sheet, I've called it collection sheet, but whatever you find the most appropriate, give it that title. So we're going to do our design and our implementation at the same time. So let's go back to here. So you've got this data sheet. We're not going to have it as data, so I'm going to rename this as collection. So that's the current collection. And then I've said that I'm going to have the stock code, the range, and the description. But these items here, I only want the current price actually. These items here are going to go onto a separate sheet, which I still have to design. So if I just cut this and make a new sheet, So I've got a number of sheets here, just to talk you through this. So I'm going to put this sheet just after my collection sheet, and this is just going to be like a sales record for now. So we'll come back to this because we need it. So let's just paste the information round about here. I might have to, whoops, let's go back to collection. Let's cut this from here, what I've selected, and go to sales, paste it here for now, and then we'll come back and make some changes to this sheet. Obviously I need a design sheet for this as well now. So let's just have a look at what we've got. So I need to make this bigger. Now because I'm making these bigger, I'm going to go back to my design and probably write on here for the description that make column C wider, just to show that I can, you know, make a column wider. It just gives the evidence. So let's just find out what's happened to my last column, and then we'll just stop recording here. There's my current price. So these in between columns I don't now need, so let's just delete these. So this is getting to look a bit more like my design. So I'm just going to show the ribbon here now so that I can do some formatting. So let's just make that bigger, and this is the most annoying thing when you've got a very long heading and just a small amount of data in that column. So let me just have a look at the ribbon and show you how to do this. So with this highlighted, if I just select one of these alignment styles, which is basically wrap text, which is this one here. So I'm just going to click on wrap text, and what that means is when I make this column smaller and this row bigger, it's actually written neatly underneath there, which is actually how I want it. And then obviously I can say, right, center these so that it looks nicer. And so I'm going to just finish off doing some formatting on here and then show you in the next video what other changes we need to make.